Good afternoon. This is Sunshine Reports. My name is Timile Falade. Unauthorized expansion of domain by any monarch will not henceforth not be tolerated by the Ondo State government. Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu handed down the warning at the presentation of staff of office to the new Iralekwo of Isekon, Oba Oluwagbemiga Ojo. The event was held at Itawa in Isekon, across South local government area of Ondo State.
On behalf of the governor of Ondo State, senior advocate of Nigeria, I also present to you Oba Oluwagbemiga Ojo, the staff of office as
the Iralekwo of Isekon's stool became vacant in June 2021 following the demise of the then Iralekwo Oba Oluojo. 5 candidates were presented by kingmakers, out of which Prince Olugbemiga Ojo emerged as the most qualified. It was a carnival-like event and display of rich culture as people gathered at the Itawa in Isekon, dressed in beautiful and uniform attires to celebrate the new king. Presenting his staff of office to the new Iralekwo, Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, represented by his deputy Lucky Ayedatiwa, urged the people to support Oba Olugbemiga Ojo to ensure his reign is sweet and peaceful. Ayedatiwa said government will not relent at making life more beautiful and meaningful for residents. He said government will continue to prioritize development through the provision of social amenities and infrastructural development through its redeemed mantra and ensure the state is safe for residents and investors.
His success depends greatly on the degree of loyalty, cooperation, and support given to him by all the people of Isekon. And I'm sure you will do that. I want to use this opportunity to assure and reassure the people of this state, not just Isekon alone, all the people of this state, that our administration will continue to maintain dignified neutrality in the process of selecting others, as it is absolutely the responsibility of the people.
He warned that illegal annexation of territory and unauthorized expansion of domain by any monarch will not be condoned. The new Iralekwo of Isekon, Oba Olugbemiga Ojo, thanked the people of Isekon for their support, assuring them of quality performance.
I appeal to all the people of Isekon to continue to unite and offer their unflinching support and loyalty to the land. A lot needs to be done to change the faces of our town. By the special grace of all God Almighty, there will be peace and tranquility in our land throughout my reign and thereafter.
Other dignitaries who graced the occasion congratulated the Iralekwo and wished him a successful reign.
The peace that has been in Akure land before the enthronement of our Kabesi, Oba Olugbemiga Ojo, I pray that that peace will continue.
The event also featured cultural displays, music rendition, among others. Timile Falade, Osrc News. Over 56,000 students in Junior Secondary School 3 have commenced the Basic Education Certificate examination in Ondo State. During an assessment tour to different schools, Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Mr. Femi Agagu, restated the government's zero tolerance for examination malpractices. Osrc's Sahid Aribisala reports that the examination will end on July the 21st.
The moment has finally arrived for students in Junior Secondary School Class 3 to set pen to paper as the Basic Education Certificate examination commences.
Write your name or your question
Over 50,000 students across public and private schools are participating in this examination in what will be a test of knowledge on what the students have learned in the last 3 years. The teachers have left nothing to chance.
The teachers from the onset, they have put in their best to ensure that the necessary aspects of the syllabus are well taught and covered.
The need to excel is also important to the students, as this will serve as a springboard to be elevated to the senior secondary school cadre.
The examination is so wonderful. I prepared very well.
Ondo State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Femi Agagu, alongside Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Mrs. Lola Muda, embarked on a tour to assess the commencement of the examination. The team visited the Akure Muslim College, Aquinas College, Oyemekun Grammar School, St. Peter's Unity Secondary School, among others. Mr. Femi Agagu noted that the state maintains zero tolerance to examination malpractices, said the supervision will take place across the 18 local government areas.
They know us for having zero tolerance for cheating. And if you, at least from the places we have visited, you can see that the sitting arrangement is well spaced. So that you can see that the vigilators are very vigilant. So we don't anticipate anything like that. We have teams in every local government. Not even Central District. We have teams in every local government doing exactly what we are doing here now.
The examination will come to an end on July the 21st, while results are slated for release after 1 month. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
Investors must play a critical role in ensuring the success of industrialization drive of Ondo State government. This was the charge handed down to members of the Ondo State Chamber of Commerce, Industries, Mines and Agriculture Ondo Sima at its general meeting in Akure. The event also featured the election of Chief Olugbemiga Arawibo as the new president of the chamber. Osrc reporter Oladoya Yebusi has details.
It is the annual general meeting of Ondo State Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Ondo Sima, where presidents of city chambers and attached chambers presented their achievements, developments and challenges. The event, which also featured the election of new executives, was held in Akure, Ondo State capital. In a goodwill message, the Commissioner for Commerce, Mrs. Lola Fagbemi, represented by a director in the ministry, advised that more effort should be made to strengthen the relationship between Ondo Sima and the Commerce Ministry.
We have been doing things as we have been doing before. The world is not static. We need to move forward. We need to think outside the box and do things different and see the results we are going to achieve.
In her speech, the immediate past president, Mrs. Modupe Olakunle, appreciated members and stakeholders for their cooperation.
Many of our members are now holding one post or the other in Asima. It is based on this positive development that the third Council Expo meeting of Asima was hosted by us in August 2021. The success recorded attract kudos and significant recognition to our state chamber. I therefore personally solicit the assistance of well-meaning Ondo State individuals to help us out so that trade fair activities in Ondo State will not be a thing of history.
The new president, Chief Olugbemiga Arawibo, praised the efforts of all stakeholders in moving the chambers forward.
Become the new president of this great association, and with God on my side, I wish to also reassure our members that I will try as much as possible to lead a high-performing team of executives, and we shall deliver on the mandates of our respective offices by fulfilling all our election campaign promises and even do more.
According to him, the chamber would collaborate with the Ondo State government in its industrialization to create job opportunity.
Those concerned about the strength of Ondo Sima, I promise that with my executives, we are going to restore those great values by partnering with those who believes in the progress of our association, as we will fight to preserve and sustain Ondo Sima. I will lead a team that will sustain the vision of our founding fathers by building a very strong and united Ondo Sima through
an open-door policy in my tenure.
The National Officer of the Association, Mrs. Fumilayo Adeojo, expressed delight over the success of a previous administration and charged the incoming executive to do more in achieving more success.
I just elected a new president in person of Honorable Araonyimbo, and you can see how peaceful it is.
Oladoyin Ayegbusi, OSRC News.
Youths in Ondo State under the aegis of PVC Assembly have taken voter registration awareness to major markets in Akure East, Ondo State capital. With over 300,000 voters cards still uncollected in the state, the rally aimed to encourage political participation among Nigerians, especially youths. Osrc's Abiodun Adewale has more on the story.
One of the centerpieces ahead of the 2023 general election is the need for eligible voters to get registered and actively take part in the process of electing credible leaders for the next 4 years at least. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has also extended voter registration indefinitely, giving more time for intending voters, particularly the youth, to seize the opportunity. In Ondo State, where there are over 3 million people and about 1.8 million registered voters, it becomes necessary to drive political participation with a campaign of this nature put together by concerned individuals.
I was told that there are still over 300,000 PVC that is yet to be collected in Ondo State. So we decided that the best thing we can do is to make sure that people collect these PVCs. There's no reason why you should stock it there. Sensitization can never be enough.
Thank you so much.
People
you are the only person I will know that is a profile photographer. God bless you.
So that they can register.
Go and get your PVC so that you can vote.
The focus of the campaign was to get more people to register and also add up to the 1.4 million collected PVCs in the state, as well as encourage many others on how to transfer their cards to their preferred polling units. From the Arakale axis through Obade Shida Road, they went about the sensitization using different languages. And the people apparently got the message. At the point of convergence at Nepa roundabout, the sensitization was already yielding results as people assembled to register for their PVCs.
If we're able to use our PVC to determine who becomes our leader, it is easier for us to use the same PVC to withdraw such leader. So when our leaders realize that we are the one that brought them in without collecting money or without having any motivation, then it is easier for us to tell them this is what we want you to do.
According to the organizers, the sensitization will be taken to other parts of the state. Abiodun Adewale, OSRC News.
Far-reaching decisions have been taken by Ondo State Executive Council to further shaping the course of governance for the well-being of people of the state. Addressing Government House reporters at the end of the council meeting, Special Advisor to the Governor on Security, Adetunji Adeleye, appreciated Governor Akeredolu for assenting to the amendment of the law which established Ondo State Security Network Agency, codenamed Amotekun. Mr. Adeleye assured that the development will scale up the operational capacities of the state security outfit. He used the occasion to announce the procurement of newly acquired operational vehicles to be distributed to all security operatives in the state, including the Nigerian Police, Nigerian Army, Directorate of State Security, and Amotekun Corps to fortify the performances of the agencies in the state.
Today we deliberated on and reflected on the Owo attack and the journey so far. Unfortunately, so far, one more
Today, of lives and property in Ondo State, a bill for the law to amend the Ondo State Security Network Agency Amotekun Corps Amendment Law 2022 was assembled today by Mr. Governor to enhance the operational capability
of the corps. We want to very deeply appreciate the support that the corps has been receiving from the state government, especially in the provision of an enabling law that will guide the operations of the corps.
Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Bamidele Ademola Olateju, regretted that one more death has been recorded as a result of the June 5 terror attack on St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo. Mrs. Ademola Olateju said the number of fatalities is now 41, while 17 persons are still being hospitalized.
Today we deliberated on and reflected on the Owo attack and the journey so far. Unfortunately, so far, one more person has passed on from the date of the memorial. We now have 41 persons dead from the attack. We have 17 still hospitalized and the rest have been discharged. You will recall that before we had about 61 people hospitalized. So many people have been discharged, and we look forward to having these 17 people meet their families soon. We wish them quick recovery. And again, our condolences to the people of Ondo State, to our people in Owo, and to the families affected. Right now, the government is working on giving assistance to the victims of the Owo attack. Mr. Governor expects the assistance to come in stages. And there are plans afoot for constructing a fitting memorial. As you are aware of, a lot of work has been done in that regard, and you will hear the details in due course.
Today is another major milestone.
While commiserating with the bereaved family and praying for speedy recovery of those still in hospital, the Commissioner restated the commitment of Ondo State government to have a memorial site in honor of the victims. The Governor of Ondo State, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, says his commitment to protect the lives and property of residents remain unwavering. Presenting vehicles to security agencies in the state to aid their operations and combat insecurity in the state, Governor Akeredolu said the current paucity of funds will not deter his administration from securing the state and its people. He called on residents to always be conscious of happenings in their environment and join hands with government to restructure the security architecture of the state. The 50-fitted security patrol vehicles will further assist the state towards winning the battle against insecurity in the state. The Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) has unveiled and commissioned a building named after the Ondo State Governor, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, and the first female senior advocate of Nigeria (SAN), Chief Folake Solanke. Chief Solanke SAN is the professional mother of Governor Akeredolu. The NBA building, located at Orago Crescent, Garki 2, Abuja, Nigeria, was commissioned by the chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum and Ekiti State Governor, Dr. John Kayode Fayemi. The building is made up of 2 wings, named after the governor and Chief Solanke SAN. The Folake Solanke wing houses the NBA Institute of Continuing Legal Education, while the Oluwarotimi Akeredolu wing houses the NBA Human Rights Institute. The president of the NBA, Olumide Apata, who described the Governor Akeredolu as an icon of the law profession, commended the governor for demonstrating excellence in public administration. The NBA president stressed that Governor Akeredolu's fearless stance on issues of national importance has distinguished him as a true leader of the people. He said both the governor and Chief Solanke have earned their stripes in the law profession, adding that they are so deserving of all the excellence that the center will continue to represent. In his remarks, Governor Akeredolu thanked the NBA for the honor done on him and Chief Solanke. He assured that he would never depart from the path of speaking the truth to power at all times, while calling on lawyers across the country to prosecute their convictions. Governor Akeredolu said the NBA under his leadership was always at the forefront of the issue of protecting human rights and promoting the rule of law, while the late former president Umaru Yar'Adua was in charge of affairs of the country. Ondo State government says it will continue to foster interagency collaboration in the fight against insecurity. Special Advisor to Governor Akeredolu on Security, Adetunji Adeleye, restated these commitments during the show of force by security agencies in the northern senatorial district of the state. Osrc Sahid Aribisala reports that the security team had operatives of the Nigerian Police Force, Directorate of State Services, Amotekun Corps officers, among others.
Operatives of security agencies in Ondo State drafted from the Nigerian Police Force, Amotekun Corps, Department of State Service, among others, set out for a show of force exercise in the Northern Senatorial District. The operation is to further entrench synergy and install confidence in the people on the readiness of all security outfits to combat crime in the state. Similar exercise had been conducted in the central and southern senatorial districts, but beyond this display and confidence building process, Special Advisor to Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu on Security, Adetunji Adeleye, noted that the state's MSman has ordered regular patrol by security agencies.
Show of force that we've been doing in the last few days is actually to show the level of synergy between the security agencies in the state. As you had witnessed yourself, the team comprised of men of the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the Director of State Security Service, the Amotekun Corps, and the Nigerian Police. We have all been working around the clock to ensure the safety of lives and property in Ondo State. It's an exercise that will continue.
Adeleye, who is also the commander of Amotekun, said Ondo State government has extended synergy to neighboring states to further prevent criminals from building a safe haven in the forest.
The government had decided to further assist in the provision of basic equipment needed by all security agencies to ensure the smooth operation they are engaged in. Specifically, it's in the pipeline that the government will provide vehicles for officers and men for patrol purposes of the Nigerian Army, provide vehicles for the DSS, provide vehicles for the civil defense, provide vehicles for men of Amotekun, and of course the Nigerian Police, to enhance swift response to distress within the state. In addition to this, he had given a marching order that regular patrols of all these security agencies must be carried out to ensure that infiltrators are brought to book so that there will be no security breach.
With the recent amendment to the law establishing the Amotekun Corps and the continuous synergy among security agencies, the contribution of residents will also in no small measure aid the fight against insecurity. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
Following the recent outcry by residents of Akure, Ondo State capital, during Osrc's spotlight of Bushy Road, median and public places, the State Ministry of Environment has begun clearing the affected spots. Commissioner for Environment, Mrs. Sunday Akinwalire, during an assessment on the progress of work, assured residents of the completion in no distant time. The clearing commenced at the Okeda axis and is expected to run through the city center to the roadblock axis.
So despite the paucity of funds that we're experiencing, he has graciously approved that funds be released for the clearing of all bushes around the state capital, and has given directive that going forward, MDs should clear their frontage on their own, and facility owners, landlords should make sure that their frontage are cleaned up to avert disaster, most especially in the security architecture of the state. Presently, all these bushes could be a veritable hideout for marauders to infiltrate the system. So, and he has said expressly that all areas, nooks and crannies of the Akure metropolis and other local governments headquarters be cleaned henceforth, and that is why we are on road. And I think by the special grace of God, within the next few weeks, the whole of Akure will become very clean again, and other local governments.
That's our package on Sunshine Reports this afternoon. Thank you for watching. Go.